As forage harvesters become more and more powerful, it also takes higher capacity rakes to run the high output forages productively. Rakes with 4 rotors deliver highest work rates, perfect contouring, and straightforward operation. Krone offers 2 machines in the 4-rotor class. The Swadro TC1250 stands out for easy use and yet an uncompromised quality of the essential components that make up a professional 4-rotor rake. The Swadro TC1370 brings about superb productivity and boosted operator comfort. The large working width is a guarantee for a boost in performance. In addition, the countless range of features allows buyers to customize their machine to their specific needs and harvest conditions. Both models allow operators to control the working width conveniently from the cab via the telescoping arms on the leading rotors, varying the Swadro TC1250 between 9.80 metres and 12.50 metres, and between 10.80 metres and 13.70 metres on the bigger model. The swath width ranges between 1.40 metres and 2.20 metres and is controlled by changing the distance between the rear rotors. Operators can alter the setting in a matter of minutes, hence responding quickly to varying conditions. The pendulum headstock is attached to the tractor lower link arms. This is a standard feature which gives the rake excellent agility, especially in curves. The Swadro TC1370 is also available with a ball hitch as an option. Either way, each attachment option makes for an uncompromised ride stability both in the field and on the road. A unique detail is the mechanical easy-line drive line. All rotors are driven by drive shafts and are individually protected from overload. The leading rotors operate at a higher speed than their rear counterparts, spreading the material in front of them so they can rake it into uniform and boxy swaths. No lumps, no roping. The Duramax cam track benefits from special tempering that makes it particularly durable. Thanks to its steep design, it controls the tines with precision as these are raised and lowered. The entire unit is absolutely maintenance-free and comes with a 3-year warranty from Krone. The grass is lifted by the bolted and nearly vertical lift tines. Their famous lift effect reduces crop contamination and allows operators to step up their work rates and yet produce consistently high-quality forage. It is also possible to choose a higher work height without experiencing major losses. The rotors are attached to the reach arms in a pull-type configuration. Thanks to the cardanic suspension, they adapt perfectly, even to difficult terrain. The gauge wheels run close to the tines, giving effective guidance and control. An extra wheel is available for the leading rotors on the TC1370 for improved ground contouring in extremely uneven terrain. It is also possible to alter the rotor angle across the direction of travel to achieve a consistently high quality as yields vary. The Krone TC1370 features standard suspension on all 4 rotors. The level of suspension can be controlled from the cab for prompt response to varying conditions and independently on the leading and rear rotors. The level of suspension changes automatically when the working width is changed. The smaller TC1250 has hydraulic suspension on its front rotors, which is controlled via a single acting spool. The current setting is indicated on a pressure gauge. When raising and lowering the rotors out of and back into work, the famous jet effect prevents the tines from poking into the ground. The rear end of the rotor lowers first, followed by the front end, thanks to the pull-type configuration. Damage to the turf is avoided, and the forage stays clean. The hydraulic sequence control system always raises and lowers the leading rotors first and then the rear rotors. As a standout TC1370 feature, Each rotor can be controlled individually for clean work in awkward fields. The operator controls the lift-out height separately by rear and leading rotors from the terminal. Peak loads are cushioned by the integral shock absorption system. Thanks to a generous ground clearance, the machine can run over high swaths without disturbing them. As an option, the TC1250 is also available with the independent lift-out feature for the front rotors. The work height is set individually on each rotor. On the TC1250, this is done manually on a crank. The current height is indicated on a scale. The TC1370 offers electric height control from the convenience of the cab. The feature either sets all rotors to the same height or all of them to a different individual height. It also allows operators to program two setting options and retrieve them by pressing a button. The Swadro TC1370 is isobus compatible as a standard. It can be operated from many different control units and terminals. You can either use the existing tractor terminal or any other isobus compatible control unit. The smaller TC1250 is operated from a simple pre-selecting control box. This type of machine control requires only one single-acting and one double-acting spool. Changing over for road transport, these huge rakes fold into compact units in a matter of minutes. The TC1370 is lowered hydraulically for a less than 4 metre transport height. This is not required on the TC1250, which has smaller diameter rotors and is less than 4 metres high in transport position. As for the running gear, there is a choice of different and up to 710mm tyres, ideal for soft treading on vulnerable soils. This is a Krone only. Swift travel between fields is ensured by the 40 km/h approval, a total transport width of less than 3 metres, and the standard air brake system. One machine, 4 rotors, and countless options. That's the Swadro TC1250 and TC1370. Forage quality, made by Krone.